Hi guys, so we're not on the best lighting. Well, the phone's actually give me a bit more lighting than what we've got. So I'm just gonna, well, this is the Christmas week, shot my stash, so we're just gonna get into it. I'm hand holding the camera just because it's better lighting and I want to give you a close-up of everything. I've put everything back from the drawers there. I've left a couple of things out. Just these two blushes again and this cream bronzer because I didn't use it last time. Everything else has gone back. Right, so for concealer then, so this time I just want to use the best of the best products. Right, so I don't know if this is best of the best, but I want to bring it in. It's the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in light to medium, so we'll bring that in. I've just had this one in, the Glossier Stretch Concealer, so that can go back for a while. Now concealers, part of me wants to open this. It's not open, but I absolutely adore it. Let's just bring this one in then. The Makeup Gallery Hide and Chic Super Size, bring that in. And then I really do like this. Gives your skin such a flawless finish. Going through my foundations thinking, what is my favourite foundation? And I don't really have one, but I do really like that one. I mean, I did really like this as well. I'm going to bring the Jacqueline one in, and I think I'll bring this one in as well. So I don't know if it's still good. I've had it a while. Yeah, I'll bring this one in as well. There's one up here that I'm going to be concentrated on next year. So I'll put that back for the time being. Let's bring, like, for illuminating products, let's bring this in. I really like it, and it doesn't take up much room. Oh, it's got a crack in the lid there. Primers. Let's bring this one in for hydrating. I was using this yesterday and I noticed that barely anything comes out, so I might have to put it in a pot because I really do like it. And there's at least half left. It's down here, so I don't want to put that in the bin just yet. And then for pores, I rotate, so which one is up next? Must be this one, right? I really like this one. Yeah, since we're doing favourites, we'll do that. Powders. I've been using this for the under eye and it gives such a flawless finish. It's beautiful. I'm going to keep on using it. And I've also got the Huda Glowish. I'm keeping that one in as well. So this is what the base drawer looks like. That's just an overview of it. And I think I've chosen everything that I need to choose. So we're going to go to the rest of my collection now. Let's choose eyeshadow palettes. Right, so I've got a couple of eyeshadow palettes here, but there's a couple in the drawer, so I'm partly thinking of bringing the Muppets in, mainly for New Year. There's another one I want to use for New Year as well, but let me just go through it with you. I mean, I've done 4 looks with the Muppets one. If I bring the Muppets one in, I'll only be doing probably a look with it, but this one is Kylie Jenner Reindeer. I mean, how stunning is that? I know it's pretty neutral, and some people may find that boring, but at the moment, that's me. So definitely need to bring this in. I mean, look at that Santa's Helper shade there, and fantastic. Oh, it's so stunning. I have used it once or twice when I got it. Got it in the summertime. I didn't do any looks with it, so I genuinely feel like I want to do a look with that one. Then we've got the Muppets Holidays palette. How stunning is the packaging? The packaging alone makes me want to use it. Right, and then this is the palette itself. It's mainly pastels, and I've got to be honest, guys, it's not making me want to use it. I mean, I did some swatches last night, and I thought, because I've not done this look before, I thought I could use Party Animal and then Festive together. Maybe going in with Be Cool, like through the crease, and then Celebrating Style on the outer V, or the lash line. So maybe I could do a couple of looks, but I feel like I want to kind of bring this in for New Year's rather than Christmas, and bring in the Kylie Jenner one for Christmas. I mean, this green is absolutely beautiful, there's no question, but it's not really that pigmented. I've got a palette in mind with a better green than that, and I love this purple, Stunt Santa. I love the fact that it's got a shift to it. So when I say, you know, I could do a look with this and the green, you'll see why. I mean, and that kind of reddy tone there would make an awesome look, I think. Should I just fetch it in? I don't know. Like, a week from today is Christmas Eve. A week from tomorrow, when the video will go up, is Christmas Day. Will I want to do another video on Christmas Day? I do them weekly, don't I? So will I want to do another video Christmas Day? Probably not. I can let it go over a little bit, and let's say a couple of days after Christmas Day towards the new year. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one. And this time I thought I would show you my drawers rather than just getting things out. The other two products I didn't get out of drawers, they were just at the side of me. I mean, this needs to come out at Christmas. The Urban Decay Moondust. I can't believe I never liked this product for the longest time. So that's being pulled. And then, yes, you guessed it, this Urban Decay Stone Vibes is being pulled as well. They just remind me of Christmas, both of those palettes. Sarah Rose always pulls this one at Christmas as well, so I'm not the only one that gets the Christmas vibe. So that's those two. I mean, look at that. It's not translating as well as it could do, but I mean, look at all those shimmers there. That's one of the greens I said is a little bit better than the one in the Colourpop palette, but you'd expect the quality to be better, wouldn't you, with it being Urban Decay? So yeah, I want to use this. Some of them are more like toppers, but I mean, look at that packaging, guys. Then I want to use this one. I mean, I feel like this is Christmas packaging as well. I don't know whether this came out around Christmas time, and some Moondust eyeshadow palettes have come out and I can't get them because I'm on my no-buy. And even if I wasn't on my no-buy, I'm not too sure whether I'd like them. There's the one in the gold package that looks really, really nice. I think you get 3 in or something like that. I'll put a picture of them. So if I was buying, I'd probably get that one, but I'm not. And you've got some gorgeous neutrals in here. I mean, this lithium shade, look at that. This is the green I was talking about. That one's called Light Year. Look at that. And you can get more pigment. I love Elements. It's not really showing up on my finger there, but trust me, guys, when you see the looks I create, I'm not sure I'm going to do like a lot of looks, but when you see the looks I create, I'm going to do at least 1 or 2 looks. We've got 3 palette, maybe do 2 looks with that one, 2 looks with the Stone Vibes, and 3 looks with the Kylie Jenner palette, since I've not really used the Kylie Jenner palette on camera. I'll mix them up, I don't know yet, but I know that I want to pull all 3 palettes out, which is extravagant for just over a week. Right, and I've recently changed this around. So remember I had the box there that Morag sent to me with the care packaging. I couldn't see my reds. You know, I thought I had more reds than that, to be honest. But yeah, there are my reds, and like this one, I was looking for this for ages and I couldn't find it. I've not wore it that much, so yeah, it's nice to have that. That's like just an orange shade. These are all my reds, they're my neutrals. So basically I want to go through them. I don't need all them. There's nowhere to put my glosses. I'll show you where I've got my glosses in a second. But anyway, I use these palettes every Christmas. So why should this Christmas be any different? I mean, how cute is it? The Too Faced gingerbread cookie. There's an eye look I want to do in here as well. I want to use gingerbread. So I want to use ginger cream, maple syrup, sorry, ginger snap. yeah, those 3 shades there for sure. And obviously I want to use the gingerbread bronzer, so I don't need a bronzer. I'll just pull that. Then we've got the peppermint mocha. I mean, I don't really want to use any of those eyeshadows. Not really a lover of those eyeshadows. I could probably take that blush out. I really do like that blush. So that Santa Baby blush is coming. And then there's this one as well, the Too Faced Eggnog Latte. So yeah, I mean, that Cool Brew looks like it'll make a nice look as well, and so does Skinny Latte. And then we've got the Eggnog Latte, which would make a really good inner corner highlight, and the Peach Cobbler blush. So I might do a look with that one as well. I don't know when I'm going to be doing all these looks. If I do it like I'm saying I'm going to do it, it's going to run into 2 weeks. Then we've got some Nudestix in here, and I was going through them. No, it's not in this one. These ones are lipsticks. Hang on. These lipsticks out. I've got 2 of Stiletto. Oh, is that Royal? That one's Royal. Let's pull that. And then I thought I had 2 Stiletto. And then that one's Stiletto. They're both reds. They're both Christmas tones. What are these? We need a nude, don't we? So we've got Fringe and Blush. Let's pull both those out. I'm going to leave those dark shades in. Actually, let me have a look at the colours. No, it's actually quite a nice colour. Is this one here. There's 2 of them in there. It's called Vintage. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is put them all back in there and bring this out. Otherwise I might lose it. So bring the Nudestix out, and then there's some Nudestix like eyeshadow bases I want to use as well. They are off Amy. I've been thinking about this. I know we've just pulled blushes out, but I've been thinking about this. So I might use that. Or I've also been thinking about these. Remember when these came out? These the Becca, Chloe and Malika. Which one is this? This one's Malika's. And this one's Chloe's. I feel like this would be really good to go to my mum's. You know, if I want to take a makeup bag with me. Feel like it would be really good to go to my mum's. But I've also bought myself that face palette. I haven't had the Hourglass one. Let's open these palettes up and let's see. See, Chloe's bronzer is really, really nice on my fair skin. I just feel like the blushes, I mean, that one's not too bad. I always feel like they're too light for me. And then when it comes to Malika's, I really, really like these blushes. Sorry about the glare from the mirrors. I think I'm going to have to do some swatches and figure out which one I want to pull in. I've got a feeling I'll decide on this one. It's between those 2 Becca palettes I've just shown and that one. But I've got a feeling I'll decide on this one just purely because of this. It's in the shade Snapdragon. It's one of my favourite blushes by Becca. It's getting hard pan. It's definitely on the older side. It's older than the other 2 Becca palettes. So yeah, let's do some swatches on these at least, and definitely pull in all 3 of those in. So again, that's what that looks like. So for reds and things like that, I mean, it's me. I'm gonna need holiday reds, aren't I? I will come in here. I'll let you know what I've used. I'm gonna let you know what I used this week. So that's what the drawer looks like. The main drawer of concern for me is definitely this drawer, without a shadow of a doubt. Like palettes that I'm not sure of, like these Soph ones, I definitely need to be trying them out in the new year and decluttering them if I don't want them. I'm never going to be a minimalist. Watching some like no-buy channels from last year, and a lot of people just got rid of the entire makeup collection. That's never going to be me. So much money has gone into it. Obviously, you know, I love my makeup and I don't want to get rid of it completely. not to minimalism, just to something that I can manage. I mean, I used to have 2 drawers of eyeshadows. Now I would say, what's over at the other side of the room, I would say I've got more like 3 drawers. That was kind of never my goal. I always wanted to only have 1 drawer. So yeah, I need to do something about that in the new year. I've got stuff everywhere. It's really bothering me, shall I say. And I'm very lucky and fortunate to have what I have, you know. Shouldn't be on here moaning and whinging about it. All this has accumulated over years of me being on YouTube. I've been fortunate enough to get gifts as well, but I mean, now's the time to rein it in. And I'm doing really well on this no-buy. You know, it's been 5 weeks, and 5 weeks isn't a long time in the grand scheme of things, but 5 weeks is a long time in the grand scheme of things when you don't feel like shopping. So I'd say that's me doing really well. Let me know if you're on a no-buy, and let's go and pick out some blushes. Right, so this is what this looks like. So we're going to go in here. We're not picking out a lot, just purely because I've just got so much over there. I've not used this that much. The Mini Krista from Benefit. I love my glow, so I want to pick that out. And I want to pick that out as well. I want to see what they look like layered. And that's it, I think, from there. And I do want to pick, like, cream blushes. So let's do that. I don't think there's anything from that. I use this in so long, and it's so old. Well, yeah, it is quite old. It's from the MUA LUXE line, and they brought out bronzer as well. I wish I hadn't decluttered the bronzer, but I did. Just really like it. I'll give this a swatch for you so you can see it. It gives off NARS Orgasm but in cream vibes. So that's that. And then I wanted to use this one. I feel like I've not used it in a while, and I really like these super dewy blushes. Or should I use the more rosy toned one? No, I've not used this in ages. This is called Fake the Flush. I put my backup mascara in here now, just because, well, I couldn't find it. It was in my eyeshadow palette drawer. I don't know whether to bring this one out, because I don't know whether I want to keep this. Yeah, let's try that as well. And that's it, guys, I think. Yeah. We'll call that a day. Then all I need to do is show you the lipsticks that I've been using, but we'll do that at the end once I've done swatches. Right, so as I said, Chloe's is just really light. I would say even that on Chloe wouldn't fit her skin. I mean, on me it does, but my skin is so much fairer than Chloe's. Anyway, let's do some swatches. Right, and then this is the Malika one. Can you see it's so much darker, as it should be, really? But those 2 blushes I really like, especially that one there. But it is more orange toned. Not too sure. Put them on the back of my hand and we can look at them together. Okay, so Chloe's is there on the left. Malika's is on the right. Don't worry about that lip swatch there. That's the shade in Vintage. I don't think any of those are calling my name, really. Let's see what the other Becca palette looks like. So that's it there, and there are the swatches. That is definitely calling me. Yeah, this one. Because I really do like Snapdragon. It's probably a bit too much on blush with everything else that I've got. But in those holiday Too Faced palettes, you're only getting like 2 blushes there. I like to have choice, so we've got another 3 there. I've got the Dior one and the Krista one, so that's 7 blushes. 1 for every day of the week. I might choose to take it over. I'm gonna leave them in. These 2, it's making me wonder now whether I could actually declutter them. So that's a bit of food for thought, isn't it? So this is what we're looking like. This is what we pulled out. I think I pulled so much more out than I have recently. So let's just put these somewhere else that isn't here. I'll do some swatches of these as well. Right, so the finger swatches. I mean, look at that pink there. That peach cobbler, I could probably get rid of that entire palette there as well, because I've got a lot of peach blushes, but I do like to bring it out around this time of year. Let me do you the swatches on the back of my hand. I mean, I say I can get rid of Peach Cobbler, but it looks really, really nice. That's that one there. Sorry, the first one. And that baby pink is just me in a nutshell at the moment. Santa Baby, I think it's called. And then we've got the gingerbread bronzer. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'm thinking now, guys, do I need all the blush I've pulled? Maybe we'll do these for New Year. Yeah, I'll put those back. So we've got those and we've got the Becca palette, but maybe I'll just concentrate on this heavily. I do need kind of a shimmery top though for that pink, I think. And Snapdragon should do it, to be honest. So yeah, we're definitely keeping the Becca one in still. I want to swatch these eyeshadows that I'm thinking about using as well from these eyeshadow palettes. I'm not going to swatch them all, guys, just because I'm not thinking about using them all. But I'll show you what I'm thinking of using. Okay, so this is the first one. Definitely that Ginger Snap shade. Not the best, is it? Let me hold it up. Definitely that Ginger Snap shade. But the quite dark mattes. I could go in with gingerbread in the crease and then maple syrup to deepen it out a little bit, and then black coffee in the outer V. Just let me show you the eyeshadow swatches. I mean, look at that gold there. Ginger Snap, I think it was. Yeah, Ginger Snap. I mean, I've had to put 2 swatches down because it's more of a topper, but I think that would even look good over the lightest matte there. What's that one called? Maple syrup. And then, yeah, to give it a really Christmas Eve or Christmas Day smoky eye look. I think that would look absolutely stunning. So I might end up taking these palettes to my mum's, you know, to do that look. And just because I'm at my mum's, it doesn't mean I can't film. She doesn't mind me filming there. I've already had that conversation with her. But ultimately, I am going there to spend time with her. So I'm not too sure how it's going to go down. But if I do it, guys, I will try and take my tripod and my camera and do that for you. Right, there's nothing really in this one because I don't normally wear those cranberry tones, so there's nothing in here that screams let me do a look with this. I've pulled it for the Santa Baby blush, no questions, no if buts or maybe, but Candy Cane looks nice as a matte. So if I ever take the palette apart, which, how can you? Is that not just screaming Christmas with the candy canes? I thought about taking these palettes apart at some point and I just haven't got there. That's that one. And then we've got Eggnog Latte. Eggnog Latte is a different story. We've got Cold Brew in there. We've got Skinny Latte. Skinny Latte would go with that other palette. So yeah, that's quite nice. I don't think I like Central Perk anymore. That Peach Cobbler blush is nice as well. So again, you know, if I was taking it apart, which I'm not gonna, I mean, look, the Christmas decorations. I just can't, guys. What would you do with these palettes? I feel like the project planners out there would say just take them apart and use the shades that you want to use. But I feel like the collectors, the ones that go for cute packaging like me, I'm kind of halfway there now. I don't buy cute packaging anymore, but like back in the day I used to. And now next year's going to change. It's all going to be about project pans. So I understand it from both sides, to be honest. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. Right, so I don't have to stay in there, but they've got there for now. Do you know how I said I'm going to use these for an extra week? I'm not, guys. I forgot I pulled those cream brushes out. And I've just remembered there's a Made by Mitchell one I want to use as well. It's good for like under eye brightening. It is a pink one, you wouldn't believe it, but it is really, really good for under eye brightening. I've used it before several times. So anyway, let's do the liquids now, the liquid blushes. Okay, so this one's Fake the Flush. This one just says blush on it. How original, right? Can you see how dewy that Fake the Flush is? That like peachy shade. So they're the two that we're going to use. So let's just put them in there. Right, I'm going to leave lip swatches for a little while. I think these lipsticks will go in there. And I need to get those eyeshadow crayons as well. So I'll get those in a second. Let's swatch the lovely Kylie Jenner Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. Don't think it says anything on the back. Just says it's a pressed powder palette. It's beautiful though. I mean, look at the sparkles. I'm just going to swatch the shimmers, guys. Right, so here's 4 of them. Look at them. I could probably use this for a week. I'm not saying I'm not going to do that. Stunning. Right, so I'll show you those 4 swatches, and then there's another 2 shimmers to do. I'd love that shade though in a matte. Sorry about my nails, they need doing again. Reindeer Babe. I love that shade. Look at those shimmers, guys. I absolutely love that first one. Blitz and Glam. It's a duochrome. So I'm going to swatch Fantastic and Dash Away now. Oh my gosh, look at Fantastic. Right, let's put these on the back of the hand. Oh gosh, I definitely want to do a look with that Fantastic. Maybe we could do a look, at least one of the looks with Fantastic and Dash Away in the same look. I can see 3 looks at least with this palette, just because I've not used it on the channel, and obviously it is Christmas. Potentially even 4, but then I've got the other 2 palettes as well to consider, and I've got more actually, haven't I? I've got that other one palette by Too Faced. I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with the eyeshadow palettes this time. Right, so Moondust, let's do some swatches. Part of me is wondering now, do I keep in Moondust? Do I keep in Stone Vibes? And I pull one of these out again for New Year, like I'm doing with a couple of Colourpop palettes. So I feel like this is too much. Let's have a look at it. Right, so for all of those that don't know, this is what it looks like. I really do like Elements. Let's do some swatches, and I think we'll go with the palette that I'm being drawn to at the time. I just feel like 2, 3, 4 palettes is quite a lot, isn't it? Right, so I've swatched Spectre, Elements, Magnetic and Light Year, and that's them there. Beautiful, aren't they? Very, very sparkly, very apt for this time of year. Right, and then we've got the darker shades, Granite, Lithium, Vega, which I'm not a massive fan on, and it's very, very crumbly. Can you see the blue up there? And then Galaxy. Still very, very pretty. I like that one. Lithium. I could potentially do without the others though. So that's that one. I'm getting stressed over eyeshadow, guys. Then we've got this one, which is just another beautiful colour story. I mean, I think I'm settling on this one, you know. The way I am with neutrals at the moment, and it's got Tiger's Eye and Vibes, and then I've not swatched these ones yet, but it's got Meditate as well, and Bloodstone, and Bloodstone's quite nice. And I like all those shades there. That one's beautiful. I bet that'd be beautiful all over the lid. Let's swatch the bottom row. Okay, so Bloodstone, Ojo, Energy and Meditate. And I even like the Ojo there. It reminds me kind of more of a blurple. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with this one for over Christmas. And then we'll do Moondust and a couple of others I've got in mind. Well, Moondust, that Holidays palette by Colourpop, and one more that I've got in mind. So that's that. I think I'm going to save the ranking video till the new year. I normally do them at the end of the month. I'll save it to the first week in January, I think. So we can go over kind of, or maybe I should rank the ones I've done up to now and then rank my Christmas period ones. I might do that, you know. So you might get to see kind of like 2 ranking videos in kind of a week of one another. Yeah, I feel like that might be a good idea to do it, because I don't often use these Christmas palettes. I call them Christmas palettes because they was released around the holidays. Anyway, I'm gonna go for this one. Oh, I need to show you this drawer actually. Some stuff needs to come out, what I've not pulled out yet. Right, so that can go back in the collection. That can, I've used that. Sorry, my big hand's in the way. The Essence one can go back. I use that. and the Urban Decay one can go back. I use that. I just wanted to show you what I'd used last week. Oh yeah, and the lip liner. I use that. They're not in Project Pan or anything. It's just what I used last week. Hopefully some of these things will fit in here. Right, so got a couple of primers. Will they fit? I think just about. No, that one won't. That might have to sit on top, like here somewhere. Let's go in the other drawer. Let's pull this out for a minute. Right, so we've got the Fenty Beauty foundation. I do want to try that, because if it's no good I can declutter it. I'm not decluttering anything until January. Well, December, no, it's going to be January now. And we've got the Too Faced Hangover RX that might have to go into a pot, which would suck. That's on the older side now as well, so that needs to get used up. Will that fit in as well? Nope. It will fit there though. Then we've got the Jaclyn Hill. What's it called? So we've got the Jaclyn Hill Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint in Fair Light. So I want to use that. There really isn't a lot. I mean, it's like here. We've also got this, and there really isn't a lot of that either. There's like half. Should put this in a project, shouldn't I? I forgot to do a swatch of this, so let me show you the swatches, and then also we'll need to do these swatches and the eyeshadow sticks I want to bring in. So let's just do that. Right, so this is just the MUA LUXE blush stick. It doesn't have a shade name, I've just checked, but it is the most beautiful blush. Can you see how it's got that gold shimmer running through it? And that's why I feel like it's a little bit like the NARS Orgasm, but in cream form. Anyway, let me go and get the other eyeshadows of this, and then we can do swatches of that. Right, so I also pulled for the Made by Mitchell blush in Strawberry Cream. So we're going to put that in the drawer here. And also this one can go in the drawer. I feel like I pulled way too much. The foundation or the skin tint can just, sit on top like that until, actually no. We'll put the Russian doll on top of the powder. Okay, let's go through these. No, actually, this highlighting product. I just wear this under foundation, guys. It just needs to go in that drawer there. Right, so these are the eyeshadow sticks. Let's decide which ones I want to pull out. Right, so these all came from Amy. I think this one for sure I want to pull out. I did think about passing them on to my mum, but I thought, no, I can use them as eyeliner. Can't remember what shade that is. Oh, Smoke. That one. I think this one needs to be decluttered. I'll do a swatch of that. In fact, let's bring them all out and we'll do swatches. Getting a swatch Festive has shot my stash today. Okay, so yeah, that creamy white one there, when I do my declutter, it needs to go. The rest are very, very creamy. The gold one there in the middle is starting to dry up, so I do need to start testing these things. Smoke is absolutely beautiful, and we'll go with the Reindeer palette. I feel like a lot of them will, so I'm gonna pull four out of the 5, and when I declutter like my single eyeshadows and things like that, that one will be going. So we're gonna use all these. So we've got Smoke, what is that one? Copper Foil. I think this one's Rustic. Yeah, Rustic. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm still hand holding the camera. And Guilt. That's what we're using. And then this is the lipsticks. And I need to try and clean that casing off a little bit. I don't know what this is. It should clean off though, okay? So let me do the swatches of the lippies. So I'm doing this a different way, guys. We're going with blush first. Then the next one will be Fringe. Then the next one will be Royal. Sorry, I'm not holding it straight. So we've got Royal there to the left, and then a slightly brighter red, which is called Stiletto. I've used that a lot, Stiletto. And we've got, I think both of these are vintage. So let me just swatch these. Right, so that's all of them. I don't know whether to pull vintage in. Those two lighter shades there, I feel like they'd make a really nice ombre lip. So I'm going to pull them in. I want to pull the two reds in. Let's just go for it and pull them all in. Right, and I'm going to show you what I used last week. Now, I used mainly glosses. I mean, I did get use out of, I think, everything. But this is my Project Pan gloss. And this is going to go into Project Pan in 2024 as well. Shouldn't really take me that long if I'm using it quite a lot. So this is in the shade Love Spell. I use that quite a bit. Also, again, I want to use this one up. It's the Laura Geller, what's it called? Colour Luster Lip Gloss in City Lights. So them two are going to stay in regardless. I didn't use that. I'm going to put that in my collection. That can go back. I did use that. Did I? No, I didn't. That one can stay out. This one should have gone back in my collection last shot my stash, and I didn't. Good job, really, because I needed it for a look. So I'm going to put it back this time now. This lip gloss I've been using, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to keep it in here as well. Can you see how I'm, you know, getting more into lip glosses? This one I didn't use. It is more of a Project Pan lippy, but it's not an official Project Pan lipstick, so that one can stay in. Oh, it's this one that can go back into the collection, the W7 Gingerbread. I have used that. Christmas stocking. Shall I leave this out as well? I mean, it's getting to that point where it is really getting old, and I should really be thinking about decluttering it, but it is such a beautiful shade. Yeah, let's leave that out. And then at the bottom, hang on, ow, I can't get it. At the bottom is my little C sample. I'm going to put that with my perfumes. I don't feel like I've used all that up, but I don't know. So anyway, that's that. I thought I'd show you this, guys. I've got no room to put my lip crayons or kind of lip glosses, so I thought I would use the other half of that cup. So I don't want to show you all my lip crayons, but they're kind of all the way around here. We'll go through it when I do, obviously, the declutter. I'll show you the lip glosses though. I really don't have many, and you'll see why they're on a one in one out basis. I've obviously got the ones I've just shown you, and there's a few in my bag as well. Right, that's it. And I've got a couple of P. Louise ones somewhere else. Absolutely love this one by Elizabeth Arden. I've said before, I wish the Fenty Beauty one was what this is, because this actually does, like, it does actually show. So how it looks in the tube, it looks on the lips, whereas the Fenty one, how it looks in the tube, it doesn't look on the lips. I kind of feel like duped, to be honest. Then we've got this one by Wet n Wild. I think it's in Rosebud. I think it's a limited edition packaging. Then I've got this one from Primark. I don't know what shade it is because they're ridiculous, and in 2023 they're still not putting shade names on. Just says lip gloss. Yeah, we know that. Anyway, it's a really nice, I'd say neutral shade. Then I've got this one. I think this one is Aquarius from Revolution. Do you know when they did the star signs? So I think that one was that. Yeah, it does say Aquarius on it. There. And then I got this in the Christmas hamper last year when I got the, I put it away now, I got the gingerbread lipstick, and I got all the eyeshadow palettes, and I've not really wore it. And like I said, I do have some lip glosses scattered around. I know I've got a red one in my reds. That could actually go in my reds, but these ones I've not actually worn that much, so I thought I'd put them in the cup, and then if I want that particular shade in the Shop My Stash, I can just reach for it. So guys, let me get up and show you an overview. Put things away, not with you this time. The reason I'd done that is I put my phone on the tripod and it rang the emergency service, so it freaked me out a little bit. Anyway, I've got my powder there, my skin tint there, then lip liners, eyeshadow brushes, NYX lipsticks at the back there, Project Pan there, you don't need to see that, I show you that every single time. We've got my eyeshadow palettes there, eyeshadow sticks there, all my blush products here and bronzers. I've not pulled highlighters. What? Oh my gosh, I've not pulled highlighters. Come on, let's go and do it. I know what I want anyway. I want these two. I want these two, and there's another one. One that Lisa got me. These remind me of Christmas so much. Maybe I'll leave that for New Year. But the other two I'm definitely pulling. So this is highlighters, bronzers, and face palettes going back there. That's the drawer. I absolutely love this one. The other one I'm not 100% keen on. And this one is in the shade Hot Chocolate. That's what it looks like. Just look at this swatch. Stunning. And I feel like I keep this around more for packaging. The packaging's gorgeous. There's no doubt about that. This one is in Sugar Cookie. And it's more of like a pink duochrome. It's more powdery than the other one. Right, so there they are together. So can you see why I'm not really a fan of the pink one? So we've got two highlighters there, and I've got a project pan one as well. We'll just have to make do with that. I didn't want to really bring any more in. So yeah, that's what they're looking like. I can't believe I forgot highlighters. It's the most important part. Right, let's try it again. So we've got blushes, bronzers, highlighters. Still can't believe I forgot that. Like I said, everything there is on top. I taught you through that just a minute ago. Project pan, eyeshadow palettes in there. Then in these drawers here, it's just mainly essentials. So we've got primers, like foundations, concealers, well, under eye correctors should I say. I didn't pull a concealer. Yeah, I did. Sorry, I'm just talking out loud to myself. Okay, so then we've got all this here. Did I pull a concealer? We'll just make do with the under eye corrector if I haven't. So yeah, we've got another primer there, my glowish powder there, that's got a really healthy dip in it. Then I use this on the daily. Really, I should put that on top so I remember to use it. I'm using this for eyebrows now until I can be bothered to tint my brows. So that's everything really, guys. I feel like this video, even though I'm skipping the review portion, I feel like it's going to be long. And then of course over here I've got my setting sprays. Well, I say setting sprays, I'm only using the facial mist and the Revolution Fix and Glow, and then my perfume, I'm panning that perfume, so I just use that every single day. Once I've used that one, I've got an idea of what I want to use, so we'll talk about that soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Please like, it really does help my channel enormously. Share and comment, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to welcome you into the little fam. Bye for now, guys.